time. We're live. How you doing, everybody? Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. We're live. How's it going out there? Welcome to TWB surprise show for May the 1st, 2020. Welcome to May, huh? Jeez. God, May. Oh, I don't know about you guys. If you've been following me for a while, if you've been watching my show, you know that I'm not even ready for Christmas 2018, let alone the one we've already had of 2019. I'm still back in, oh my goodness, unbelievable. Welcome one, welcome all to TWB, the surprise live show. Going to talk a little bit about the cruise ship world, and then I got some trivia for you. Trivia. Hope you're doing okay. It's been a wacky day here. I've been just so busy working on this video today. Really upsetting everybody, talking about the possibility of no cruising until 2022 in the United States. People cannot believe that could actually happen, but yeah, it could actually happen. I'm on the air. Fantastic. I can hear myself on my own iPhone. I'm on the air, and there are people watching me. Welcome those of you who are with me right now live around the world, 120 plus countries watching TWB. You never know when I'm going to upload a video. You never know when I'm going to go live, because things happen all the time, and it's just the way I roll, man. By the way, those of you who have subscribed to this channel, or if you've been thinking that I might subscribe to this channel, I really appreciate it if you would. But if you've already subscribed to my channel, there's one thing you may or may not have done that you should be doing, and to ensure that you get notified every time I go live or do a video. And that is, you should be hitting what is known as the bell notification icon, which is located down below, probably, over here, somewhere down here, I think, underneath my little box here, underneath my screen. There's a subscribe button. And then beside that is a little bell notification icon. Looks like a little bell. Hit that. Click on that. You'll be asked if you would like to receive notifications from YouTube every time Bruce posts a video or goes live. And you have to confirm it, because if you do confirm it, you will get a notification from YouTube every time I load something up or announce a live show. If you don't confirm, you just hit the bell notification icon, then don't confirm it, then nothing happens. YouTube will not. It works in such a way that YouTube will send out a notification, but your device won't accept the message, because it'll think it's junk mail or something. So, folks, I'm telling you, if you want to know what's going on with TWB and what I'm up to and what I'm following, please do say yes. Hit that bell notification icon and confirm that you do want to receive information from YouTube. That, when Brucey Boy puts something on the air, you're going to be told about it, because I have no schedule. There are YouTubers out there. I love all the YouTubers, by the way. I respect every YouTuber out there. YouTubers are out there who are very dedicated, and they have a schedule, like they Mondays and Thursdays, or Wednesdays and Sundays, or whatever their thing is. They will announce when exactly you can see their next video. I cover cruise ship stories. I cover breaking news in the cruise ship world, the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything else. And there is no schedule. I mean, it's just whenever. And so you may want to have that bell notification icon hit so that you're going to get the alerts. Okay. So I know, but only about 15% of you who are subscribers actually get my notifications. Only 15%, 85% of you out there, you don't get anything. I'm amazed at that. So double check your settings and make sure you've hit that bell notification icon. If you have hit it before, hit it again and just see what it does. It might say, oh yeah, you're all set. Or it might say, oh, would you like to get notifications? You'll go, oh my God, I never thought I wasn't getting notifications. Well, now you're going to get notifications. Welcome to the show. I did a video about 2 hours ago talking about the possibility that there might not be any cruises in the United States on cruise ships until 2022. That sounds like a long time from now. It's not a long time from now. It's only a year and a half. That sounds like a long time, year and a half. It's not a long time. When you think about the fact that this virus thing we're talking about here started in December and January, that's already 5 months ago. We're not even through it. We were still dealing with this thing, depending on where you live. I'm in Canada and British Columbia in Creston, where it's quite nice out today. A lot of you are in the United States. Many of you are in Europe. Others of you are throughout the Caribbean and other areas. It's, different wherever we are, right? There are some folks out there who tell me where they are, they haven't got an issue at all. They have no issue with this thing. They hear all about it. They see it on TV, but it's not like that where I live. And I don't even know why I can't go out and get a pizza. Okay. Where I am, we are taking it real serious here, and it's paying off because in British Columbia, where I live, the province of British Columbia in Canada, we have about 6 million people here. Yesterday, we had 25 new cases of the virus for the entire 6 million population. We are on the downward track big time right now. I think we had 2 or 3 people pass away in the last couple of days. So we're really we're counting our lucky stars here that we're not dealing with a major issue. But I can tell you that this province is on lockdown. And next door in Alberta, they're trying to do a lockdown, and they're not having the same success we are. My province has maybe 2,000 cases in total, 2,000 something. In Alberta next door, they're at 5,000 cases, and there are fewer people there. A couple of meatpacking plants, they've had breakouts. They've shut them down immediately. The province shut them down. There's none of this emergency legislation. You must keep your plant open crap. We don't do that up here. If 300 people get infected with a killer virus, we shut the plant down. That's the end of it until we clean it up. And if we have to send the army in to shut it down, we shut it down. There's no prisoners. No, shoot first, ask question later. Shut it down. And that will make a major difference in Alberta going forward, because had they not shut it down, we'd have another 2,000 cases right now. These plants have thousands of workers. It's ridiculous. Their families, their children, their relatives. No. Meatpacking plant with an outbreak. That's bad news. That's really bad news. And so we're all over it. We've had senior citizen centers in British Columbia and Alberta get the virus as well. Major changes immediately. The provincial health authorities immediately take over. There's none of this asking for help. No, you don't even have to ask. We're here taking over. Get out. It's so different than in the USA, but yeah, we don't tolerate. We just don't tolerate killer viruses very well in Canada. We consider them to be a national nemesis, and so we deal with it on a national basis and provincial, and we're pretty serious about it. The numbers are good. For Canada, we're at 50,000 infected versus America over 1 million. We have 1/10 the population. Theoretically, Canada should have over 110,000 cases right now. Canada has 50,000, and that's unacceptable. That is too high, and we are battling hard to reduce it. Thankfully, though, out west where I am, it's not so bad. Otherwise, for cruise ship passengers, oh my goodness, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control in the United States, for the most part, I've heard very good things about the CDC. For many decades, the CDC has been the authority figure in the U.S. that you have to pay attention to if you have an issue. But in the last 3 or so years, since someone got elected president, the CDC has been not quite as effective as perhaps they could be in certain cases. And this case, it's kind of, I'm hearing good things about the CDC and not good things about the CDC. But I'm not a CDC critic. I'm a cruise ship guy that loves to talk about cruise ships, and I want to go on a cruise real bad. Unfortunately, I have to talk about the CDC in certain respects because the CDC and the cruise lines are having an issue between each other at the moment. They're at a bit of loggerheads right now, and one party wants to do one thing and another party wants the other party to do another, and there's a dilemma here. And the big dilemma right now is now that cruise ship passengers have been returned home to their to land. They've been brought back to land by the cruise lines. I don't talk anymore about 2,000 passengers on this ship or 1,500 on that ship or 6 ships stranded at sea can't come in with all these passengers. That's all yesterday's news. Thankfully, cruise passengers have been disembarked for the most part. Handful here, handful there, but 99.99% of all cruise passengers are off cruise ships. The problem is that there are still over 100,000 crew members on cruise ships from 80 different countries around the world, literally stranded at sea. Because for whatever reason, I just, everyone has their answer for this dilemma, but for whatever reason, no one country seems to consider crew members an issue for them to worry about. The convenient argument has been from CDC type organizations around the world, health authorities. Well, these ships aren't flagged here. They're not ours. These ships are they're part of corporations that aren't part of our country. And so those people on board those ships really aren't our issue. They're not our nationals. And so, we really don't feel the need, in any real way to deal with it. And so crew members have been abandoned at sea by virtually every country in the world, almost. And of course, because cruising attracted 27 million people a year ago, was going to attract over 30 million this year. 40% of all cruisers are Americans. Canadians were about 2.5% of the total. Then the Europeans are a big chunk, and so on. But a lot of the cruise ships were supposed to start cruising in Alaska this week, next week, at least 25 of them. There's almost always 10 or 20 or 30 cruise ships in the Caribbean area, Mexican Riviera, and so on. There's always, a lot of cruise ships sailing in and around the USA in various territories, New England, of course, into Canada for the maritime provinces. A lot of these ships right now are hanging around the U.S. coastline with nowhere to go because they were supposed to be working, in and out of the USA. And there are tens of thousands of crew people on board these ships, including Americans. And this is where I lose it. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there are actual Americans on some of these ships because they are crew members. Some of them are entertainers, they're singers, they're dancers, they're management, they're whatever their skills. There are no American laundry personnel on cruise ships. The kind of crew members that is sort of the stigma of a crew member on a cruise ship. A lot of people in their minds think that that cruise ships only have grunts on board cruise ships. So, the low of the low of the low, hardworking, invisible army of people below deck. There are all kinds of fairly sophisticated people on board cruise ships to help operate these floating hotels and casinos and entertainment centers, capable of going to any port anywhere in the world, handling local rules and laws of the sea, and on it goes. Not just the captain and his top lieutenants, but there are a lot of people between the captain and the lowest of the low on board cruise ships, and many are quite sophisticated, quite well educated, and from countries around the world, including America and Canadians and so on. And these people can't get off these ships. Here's the problem, because if you're a crew member of a cruise ship, as far as the CDC and the United States is concerned, you're almost subhuman right now. You don't count. The ship cannot just come into Fort Lauderdale and drop off 25 crew and have them driven by cab or by bus to the Fort Lauderdale International Airport and have them flown home. No, all that is off right now. That's not normal procedure right now. We're under new procedures. We're under CDC guideline procedures. And if you're a resident of Fort Lauderdale and you want to take a plane ride to Chicago to go see your family members or something like that, All you need to do is book a ticket online through one of the airlines that are still offering service to Chicago. Put on a face mask now, because Southwest Airlines wants you to wear a face mask. Wear a face mask and schlep on over to the airport. However you get there, someone drops you off, or you take a cab or an Uber. Go into the airport, get on a plane, get into the check in, get your boarding pass, go to the gate, through security, go to the gate, wait for your flight to be called, get on the plane, off you go. That's how you go to Chicago from Fort Lauderdale. Now, if you're a crew member from the United States and you live in Chicago, you can't just get off the ship, take an Uber to the airport, put on a face mask, and get on a plane to Chicago. Oh, no. That's verboten under the CDC rules. CDC has told the cruise lines the only way that person is leaving that ship, I don't care if they're from Illinois. I don't give a darn. By the way, hi to all my Chicago viewers. I love you guys in Chicago. I own Chicago. You guys, there's so many Chicago viewers of mine. I love it. The only way that Chicagoite is going to go to Chicago is if you, the cruise line, hire a private transportation to get them there. So, okay, you can utilize the services of maybe of a handy bus, some kind of like a van thing, drive them to the airport. Fair enough. They have to go to not the terminal though. They can't mix among the public. Oh no. They go to a charter terminal only, wearing their mask, and within 4 hours they have to be on an airplane in the air on a private charter to Chicago. It's the only way you're going to get them up there. Now, if the cruise line has one person on the ship from Chicago, they have to hire a charter aircraft for that one individual to get them to Chicago. And the cost of a private jet for just one person is extremely prohibitive, because you're taking the whole ship, the whole plane. You can't have 5 other people that are in the terminal there to kind of team them up. You can't become part of a charter flight. Like, there's one already going, we have one seat. Can you want to add this guy? No. You cannot mix the passenger, the crew member, with anyone else from the public. This plane is designed and is only available for that one individual from the crew only. And so you're talking $8,000 to $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. It varies to get that person to Chicago. When they get to Chicago, there has to be private transportation to take them from the plane to their apartment or home or wherever they're staying, and then they're quarantined for 14 days, self-isolated. These folks have been self-isolating in the ship for 6 weeks in their cabins, by the way, already. They're testing negative. They're having their temperatures taken every morning, every evening. They're clear. But no. You're a crew member. You're subhuman. You cannot fly on Southwest or United or Delta or American. Oh, no. You are going on a charter plane, if you're going at all, and then you're going into 14-day quarantine, because we're the CDC, and that's the way the rule is. Cruise lines are saying, are you out of your mind? We're not going to play that game. We got 100,000 people on these cruise ships. Oh, one more thing. The CDC has told the cruise lines, if you want to do this to get people home through the USA, you have to sign in effect a contract with us that in effect opens you up to unlimited liability concerns. Because after all, if someone tests with the temperature, it gets a little high on the way home, that person has to be put into a hospital right away. Cruise line will pay for that, all the doctor's fees, unlimited liability. The cruise lines are going, I don't think we're going to sign that contract. Not with 100,000 people on board our ships. There's no way. We're already paying with 100,000 on our ships, 100,000 people on our ships. It's costing us a minimum of 100 a day per person, if not more, to feed them as it is, pay them their salaries to not work or work. I mean, it's costing these cruise lines $10 million a day. They're not going to now write a blank check on top of everything else. No. So what's been happening, of course, is, as I mentioned the other day, Carnival just announced 2 days ago that 18 of their cruise ships, 18 of the 29 Carnival brand ships, have gathered in the Bahamas to swap crew members. They're using their tenders, their lifeboats, and they're going between ships. 18 ships are swapping all kinds of crew members. And this ship over here is going to have all the crew members from the Philippines on this ship. All the members from crew members from India, they're going on this Carnival ship over here from all the other 17 others. And all this mixing and matching is being done so that when it's all said and done, nine Carnival ships will leave the Bahamas with 10,000 crew members to be repatriated home by ship. You want to sail a ship from the Bahamas to the Philippines? 10, 12 days. 10, 12 days. You got to feed them every day. You got to look after them until they get there. Unbelievable expense that is the CDC is forcing the cruise lines to pay to repatriate their own people. Crew have done nothing wrong. They're not ill. These folks are being transferred between. They don't have any viruses. They're fine. They can't fly on a darn plane to go home. They have to be sailed home. Now, the American, what are we going to do with the person from Illinois? What are we going to do here? The hope is, and some of the strategy has been, in the case of, I know one story I was following, the Illinoisan was trying to get off the ship in Los Angeles and was denied. And so the ship is now headed to Ensenada, which is just south of the border, south of San Diego. And what the cruise line is going to try and do is to try to organize transportation from Ensenada to Illinois for the passenger through either a Aeromexico flight, if there are any, or they'll have them quarantined for 2 weeks in Ensenada in a hotel, and then the Mexican authorities will let that person, quote, travel however they wish. And I can see literally that person getting on a bus to cross the U.S. border in San Diego by land. And they'll be allowed to because they've been in Mexico for over 2.5 weeks. And they'll cross into San Diego, go to the airport, and take a Southwest flight, American, Delta, whatever, to Chicago on and get home. They might have to wear a mask. They might not, but they'll be like anybody else in the U.S. It's unbelievable. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely overkill. And the cruise lines and the CDC are at it. Yeah, silly. Horror stories showing up everywhere. These individual crew members have no voice. They have no constituents. They have no cheerleader helping them anywhere. There's no cheerleader in Washington for these cruise members. The crew members have no cheerleaders in Florida, LA. They have no political power. They're persona non grata. The foreigners, like the real foreigners, non-Americans, the non-Americans have even less of any representation. They come from countries that just do not have a political power of any significance. And so they're at the mercy of the cruise lines to get them home. And the cruise lines seem to be doing the best they can with what they've got, but it's costing them a fortune. However, for Carnival, they're going to go from 29,000 crew members just on the Carnival brand, 29,000 crew members down to 3,000 crew members. 26,000 will be taken home, and the meter stops running off of Carnival's bank account. And again, my minimum number is $100 a day per crew member. That's $2.6 million a day that Carnival won't be spending to feed and house these people. And I'm sure I am low on that. It could be closer to $4 or $5 million a day. That's $150 million a month if it's $5 million a day. That it's costing Carnival $1.8 billion a year just for the Carnival brand. Don't forget, there's Holland America, there's Princess, there's Cunard, there's Ada, there's the Costa brand. Then on the other side, you got our friends at Royal Caribbean. We got Norwegian. Oh, I did mention in the video, I'll mention it to you now live. Norwegian announced today 20% of their U.S.-based staff have been furloughed effective today, which means 20% of Norwegian's domestic workforce were on a 4-day work week already. So they had a 20% cut in hours and pay already. Now, 20% of the Norwegian workforce are being sent home on indefinite furlough. Zero pay, period. I don't know what the benefits are. I suspect there's some health benefits that are being extended for a while. But cruise lines are cutting. And it's telling me that the fastest that they're going to be able to get back in business as they cut these numbers down the way they are, 90 days. There'll be at least 90 days before they can fire up again. And even then, they can't fire up with every single ship. It'll only be on a gradual rebuild. And so here we are, May 1, 2020, where the cruise lines are frantically decrewing, uncrewing their ships, unstaffing their head offices, laying off, delaying and canceling refurbishments, soon to start announcing delays in the delivery of new ships. They will eventually start announcing that they're not going to be cruising in June. They're going to delay that till July. They're going to delay. We're not going to start cruising till August. We're not going to start cruising until September. They're going to keep playing this game because between themselves and the CDC and the world at large, this isn't over. The so-called virus we're dealing with, and it's not a so-called, it's the real deal. I keep calling it the Mexican beer virus. This bugger is nasty. And we haven't had the second wave yet. We haven't finished the first wave yet. And there are still between 1,000 and 2,000 Americans dying every day right now. Every day, 7 days a week, there are 1,000 to 2,000 Americans dying from this thing every 24 hours. And the Vietnam War had over 50-odd thousand casualties. This one has over 60,000 in 6 weeks. The Vietnam War, how many war protest marches were there over 15 years, 14, 15, 20 years? How many American college students protested the Vietnam War term after term? How many colleges were shut down? How many political fortunes were lifted or were defeated because of this issue? Over how many, elections? 4 presidential elections, 5 presidential elections in a row. Vietnam was one of the top topics. This little virus is happening in 6 weeks in the United States. There weren't even 100 casualties back in January? Was it? Not even 100. Now it's over 60 plus thousand. It's 1,000 to 2,000 per day just in America. Then there's the rest of the world, folks. We haven't even heard the nightmare yet coming from South America. We have not heard the nightmare yet from Africa. We are yet to get the real impact of this thing from the third world. We're only talking about G20 countries battling this thing and governments are at wit's end to try to find ways to stop it. And there's already dissension in our ranks as to how to do it, which I find unbelievable. Guys and girls with AR-15 weapons in the state capitol in Lansing, Michigan, to protest the fact that they're supposed to stay at home and stay healthy. They brought their rifles out to tell their representatives, we don't particularly agree with this policy, as if a bullet can stop a virus. Oh my goodness. The density of some people amazes this Canadian way up here, terrifies us, shocks us to no end. And I have no mercy for any one of those folks who get the cold and get a flu and get a fever and don't feel well. I have no sympathy for you guys. But hey, as long as you've got your AR-15 with you in your bed and you can stroke it while you're trying to breathe, it's okay with me. Good luck with you. Good luck to you. Unbelievable. Love to hear your comments. How many trolls am I going to get today? Unbelievable what is going on out there. I marvel at the fact that countries like South Korea, and Japan and Singapore, and even territories like Hong Kong, the city of Hong Kong, how few cases that they've been getting, even though they're within, couple hours by land from the source of this whole thing. I was horrified when I heard China had 80,000 cases of the virus. When I heard that number, I thought, wow, that's scary. Then as time went on, I've been thinking more like, isn't that number supposed to be higher? And now I look at that number and go, wow, wouldn't America be happy if they only had 80,000 cases of the virus instead of over 1 million? Trust the Chinese numbers or not, they don't have 1 million cases in China. They're opening up again. It's unbelievable how in some parts of the world, countries have been able to really knock this thing down, where in other G20 countries, it's just wreaking havoc on everything and everybody. It's just, oh my God. It's really scary stuff. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's Friday. How about that? Those of you who don't know what day it is, it's Friday today. What does that mean? Not too much for a lot of us who are in the house all the time, but it is Friday after all. How this world will change and keep going, I just marvel at it. It just never stops to amaze me. Thank you, JRS, for telling me there are 60 thumbs ups on this show right now. I'm sure I've made a lot of people angry today by doing my little rant, but what can I tell you? When you get locked up in the house for as long as you are and you see people acting strangely, you kind of wonder what is with these people. But anyway, it's okay. To each his own. I'm going to stay indoors to stay healthy and do the best I can. I have some trivia questions ready for some trivia today. I hope you're here for to enjoy that with me. And if you have any comments or questions about my comments or thoughts, well, let me know. I'll try to read them as best I can right now. But thank you for those of you who are here. There are about 224 of you watching me right now live. Say hi to me. Tell me, where are you watching me from? What's your high temperature where you are today? Are you getting some decent weather out there? How's the price of gas? I know some of you are already telling me the price of gas. Lamaze, Hermosa Rosa gas $2.59 in California. That's a low price for California, gotta say. Here in Creston, we're paying about 90 cents a liter Canadian for gas. So that's about 60 cents US, maybe 56 US cents a liter, 3.7 liters to get a gallon. So, about 220 US a gallon is what we're paying here. A little less than California, but we're not getting Oklahoma prices or anything like that here in Creston. Not at all. 100 here in Southern California. Southern Nevada, says Dylan LaRue. Right on, Dylan. Welcome to the show. Warm there for sure, I bet. And folks are bringing in all kinds of comments. I love it. Thank you for saying hi to me, telling me your thoughts. We've got Adventures with Dunkin here, Debbie Manuel, Tom Henry, Brittany Lockwood. If you see anyone saying hi to me and their name is in green and your name is only typed in black ink, it's because the green titled member, those are sponsor members of this channel. They have become members of TWB. They have joined this channel to become members, and they hang out with me Monday nights at 7 till 8 o'clock, the pregame show, before we go live every week at 8 o'clock for the sponsor member hangout show. And these folks are just diehard supporters of TWB, and I welcome them with open arms every week. If you'd like to become one, hit the join button. Should be maybe down here. There might be a little button that says join, depending on the device you're on. If you're on a phone, I'm not sure how you do it. You might have to go to my About page and find the join button there. Otherwise, get to a laptop and you can join me anytime and become a member of TWB. Thank you guys for being here. Doug West is here. Liam Parrish is here. Brian Vashi is here. Why not put a mask on the bow of the ship? Everyone will be protected. Yeah, it's so simple. Gregory is here. How you doing, buddy? Donna Manitou is here. Doug West. Football 11-248 is here. Who else is here? Mickey Mouse is my spirit animal, another one of my wonderful sponsor members. Thank you for being here, guys. Carolyn Clifford, let's talk cruising. Tom Henry, of course. Steaming Bean is in the house. Becca Gross, how you doing? Christopher is here. Hey, do you think the interior design of the ships will change? They might, my friend. Vivian Clark Nicholson is in the house from the UK. How you doing? Welcome, dear. Clifford Says is here from Chicago. Love Chicago. I saw a show the other day. I just thought I'd mention this. I saw a show the other day. I can't remember if it was on Netflix. I don't think it was on Netflix. It was one of these, channels where you can watch programs. You just go through a menu, and I saw like a show of like a documentary type, options, and I saw a show all about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where they were talking to this filmmaker was talking to a woman from Canada, actually, who is an artist, and she collected all of the items that were in Ferris Bueller's bedroom from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And she was able to do a display, an artistic display of the bedroom. She recreated the bedroom for the movie in a hotel in Toronto for an art exposition. Huge hit. She got a call from a gentleman in Chicago who was handling the 30th anniversary of the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And in Chicago, they were doing tours of all the filming locations, and they were replicating the parade where he was singing on the float. And they heard about her display of the bedroom and asked her, would you be interested in coming out to Chicago with that bedroom? Or would you like to replicate it here? And they worked out a deal, and she put it all back together. And this film was all about her replicating this bedroom of Ferris Bueller's Day Off in Chicago. And it was like a 4-day, you had 4 days to see it. You could walk into the bedroom, and the bedroom door was there with the string hanging off the door, and a trophy hanging off the string. And as the door would open, the mannequin would turn, and the stereo was on over here with the snoring noises, as if he was pretending to sleep. What a wonderful show. I really enjoyed that. My Chicago crowd out there, love you guys in Chicago. And I got such a kick out of watching that show. And they talked to all kinds of folks who live in Chicago and who travel to Chicago just to see that 30th anniversary get together, including this bedroom, the replicated bedroom. And what a job. She worked her tail off to put together all the items, hundreds of items that were in Ferris Bueller's Day Off's bedroom in his house. Unbelievable. Anyway, I digress a little, but when I see Chicagoans here, thank you. My New Yorkers are here too. I thank you for that. And folks from all across the United States, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. I'm really glad you're all here. Love the fact that you've come to join me today. JRS tells me I have 74 thumbs ups today on this show. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. The more I can get, the better. Terry Gallant, $1.99 US a gallon for gas. Right on. Who else is here? Carol Fassett, Elaine's supposed to be on Amsterdam cruise in August. Don't think it's going to happen. Lamas, Hermosa Rosa, I love Ferris Bueller Day Off. Sylvia's here. Tom, we don't know if he died, he just disappeared, or he was never real. I'm not sure who he's talking about. Welcome, Sylvia, to the show. Welcome, everybody else. Carolyn Clifford is here. Welcome. JRS, please don't forget to give Bruce the thumbs ups. Thank you for reminding everyone, and thank you for joining me. Are you ready for some trivia? Would you like to play some trivia? That is the point of today's show. Let me set up my iPhone so I can get the answers up and see if I can work on that. There we go. Also, let me do some little bit of work here. I have to set up a banner for a moment, so just pardon me a minute here while I get my act together so that you will have an easier time of understanding what the heck is Bruce doing. We're going to type in the actual questions. Let's go right here and we'll start this show off. Okay. Yeah. Flavor. There we go. There's the first one. Are you ready for the first question of the day? Here's how we do it. I'm going to pop up questions on this screen as best I can, or verbally if I blow it. And I'm going to ask you folks a couple of questions, one at a time. These have multiple answers. And what I'm going to have you do is, if you know the answer to any of the answers to the questions I'm going to give you, start typing in the answer, but only give me one answer per message. So just if you think you know 3 or 4 of them, send me 3 or 4 separate answers, one at a time, and I will read off the correct answers and help you with hints if you need them. And let's see what we can do. Let me double check here and make sure this is working. Got my big ass iPad pencil here for my big ass iPad. And I'm going to make sure it's running. Yes, it's running. This is my marker. I've got answers coming through from here. Thank you, everybody. And let's find out if how well you're going to do on these questions today. All right. Now, the first question today is going to be popped up right here. Tell me if you can. Let's see if I get this to work. Hold on a minute. Just a minute. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to come back to here. And I'm going to pop this baby up if I can. Oh, hang on. I think I blew it. I did. I blew it. Sorry. I'll do it again. Oh, gosh. I just never have enough time. Let's see. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. And that should be good. Right? It is good. Okay. Here it comes. Here I'm showing the question. Tell me the original Dunkin' Donuts available, the original flavors of Dunkin' Donuts when Dunkin' Donuts first opened their chain. What kind of donuts could you get at Dunkin' Donuts? There are 18. They had 18 varieties of donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. What were they? You donut lovers out there. I know Chicago loves donuts. New Yorkers love donuts. Dunkin' Donuts has got to be everywhere. I'm waiting and looking for answers from my loyal viewers. Tell me the name of the Dunkin' Donut flavors when they first opened up. Dylan LaRue, he's thinking the glaze, the flavor of glaze. My friend, I like the way you're going, and you're actually correct. There's something called the glazed donut. Yes, that is a correct answer. Glazed donuts. Then Sylvia's saying, well, plain, just plain, a plain donut, like with nothing on it, plain. I'm going to call that the old-fashioned donut. That's what they have here. Old-fashioned. I think that's what we're talking about here. Old-fashioned. Good. We're 2 for 2. David Spadoni. The question from, who had this? Peter Heckema was next. Peter Heckema, jelly donut, Bruce, the jelly donut. Yes, they had a jelly donut, correct. And then David Spadoni, chocolate. Yes, they had the chocolate frosted donut, but they had other versions, so keep it coming. Brittany had plain too. Annie, plain. William Jones had glazed. Just a Bill O2 had chocolate. JRS, jelly. Bob Lawson, dough. Donna, custard. Oh, let me take a look for that word. Just bear with me while I look through this. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to give you a correct answer on this, but there's a specific word that needed to be used for this to work. But just bear with me. You're on the right track here. Ben had chocolate. Kelly had chocolate. Mickey Mouse, spirit animal, strawberry. Yes, a strawberry frosted donut. Correct. Cinnamon. Susan Hurd had cinnamon. Yes, you are correct. Cinnamon sugar donut. Way to go, Susan. Brian, jelly. Annie had a jelly donut. Sage, jelly. Pat, jelly. Sylvia, chocolate top donut. I think that's where we were coming up with this chocolate frosted. But I got another one I'm going to give you, Sylvia. Chocolate glazed donut. I think that's what you mean. Chocolate glazed. We're good with that. Just a Bill O2. A peanut donut. A donut in a peanut flavor. No, not on the opening. Go. Brittany had glazed. Annie, Boston cream, and there it is. That custard answer. It's Boston cream. The Boston cream pie donut was one of the versions they had. Cinnamon sugar, lemon. I don't think they had lemon at the beginning. I don't think so. No, I don't see lemon. Double chocolate. What about double chocolate? Well, I'm going to say a partially correct answer here. It's chocolate cream filled donut. So chocolate on the outside, chocolate on the inside. Oh, man. Or donut filled with chocolate. Oh, man. Are you getting hungry? I'm getting hungry. A cake donut. I think that's the old fashioned. I'm going to kind of go with the old fashioned and say we're going to leave it at that. Let's see here. I don't know what's going on there. Carolyn, plain. That's old fashioned. Cruller, just the Bill O2. Yes, sir. Cruller donut. Cruller, the Cruller donut. Absolutely. Blueberry, Bill Carroll, blueberry. Yep, the blueberry donut is another one. Mabel bar, Mable, Mabel bar. Oh, there's the marble frosted donut. I'll give you that one. Marble frosted. I went to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, says Sylvia. Kelly Aston, donut holes. I don't think they sold them at the beginning. They do now, but they didn't then. Sheila had old fashioned. Evie had plain. JRS, apple crumb. Yes, sir. Apple crumb donut. You got it. That's another one. Cinnamon roll, glazed, cake donuts with chocolate glaze, cinnamon powdered Yeah, powdered sugar donut was a specific type of donut available. Sour cream donut. Yeah. Way to go, Sylvia. Another one. Let's see here. Maple. Were there maple donuts at the beginning? No. I have 3 left to go. No Dublin donuts in Australia. No Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, jelly stick, coffee dunk donut. No coffee. No jelly stick at those days. Powdered custard. Hi, Bruce and TWB from Janice Compton. Caraway, hi there. Bavarian cream. Bingo. Bavarian cream filled donut, leaving us with 2 to go. Vanilla cream. Brittany, you got it. That's one of them. 1 left to go. French cruller. Vanilla frosted with sprinkles. Bavarian cream. Chocolate glaze. Chocolate sprinkle. Honey dip. Toasted coconut. Coconut donut is the last one. Coconut donut. Oh my. All these flavors that are coming in here. French custards, Boston cream, sprinkles, taillights, lemon custard. Glad I'm working on my dinner. Vanilla, coconut, Boston cream, double chocolate, Bavarian cream, Bavarian donuts, almond, powdered sugar, maple, French cruller. Oh man, yum. Boston cream. I know I love Boston cream. Cherry donut. Anyway, we're done. Those were the original 18 flavors of donuts available from Dunkin' Donuts. I'll read them one last time. Strawberry frosted donut, cinnamon sugar donut, jelly donut, marble frosted donut, apple crumb donut, blueberry donut, a chocolate cream filled, Bavarian cream filled, vanilla frosted, Boston cream pie donut, coconut donut, chocolate frosted donut, old-fashioned donut, powdered sugar donut, sour cream donut, cruller, glazed donut, and chocolate glazed donut. Oh, yeah. Yummy. Love that stuff. Okay, let's see if we can move on to another quiz today. Okay, all right, here we go. I got to type this one in. You just have to forgive me, folks. I did not set this up pre-show, so I want to make sure I give you a banner with the wording on it that is correct. And we'll get rid of this one right here. We'll eliminate that one right there, and we'll put in a new one now. Let's see here. There it goes. Delete that. Create a banner. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. 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 Here we go. Okay. Let me read the. Make sure I type it right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Here we are. Ready for quiz number 2. Tell me the cities of the world with at least 2 or more IKEA stores. Yeah. What cities in the world have at least 2 or more IKEA stores? One isn't just going to cut it. Tell me what cities in the world have at least 2 IKEA stores? And let's find out what we got going here. Alrighty. Let's find out. Waiting for the first answers to come in. Talk to me about IKEA stores. 153 people are still here. It's incredible. Annie Delaquila. Hi, Annie. She's thinking New York City. Yeah, 5. There are 5 IKEAs in New York. Exactly. David Spadoni, Chicago, that beautiful city of Chicago. Let me tell you how many are in Chicago. There are 2 in Chicago. I think there's room for improvement there. Peter Heckema, what about Montreal in Canada, Bruce? Montreal in Canada. Let me take a look here for Montreal for Canada. Yeah, Montreal has 2 IKEA stores. They work. Los Angeles, Donna, Manitou, L.A., Los Angeles. 4 IKEAs in Los Angeles. Madrid in España. Madrid has 3. Thank you, Sylvia. Brittany Lockwood, what about Berlin in Germany? Berlin, Germany. Yeah, they've got 4 IKEA stores in Berlin, Germany. Greater Vancouver, Pat T is thinking Vancouver in Canada for multiple IKEA stores. Yeah, 2 in the Vancouver area. Definitely it counts. Let's see. Sandy has Vancouver. Melbourne, Australia. Susan Hurd. Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne. Let's see if Melbourne has it. Yep, Melbourne has 2 stores, 2 IKEA stores. Tampa. Peter Heckham was thinking Tampa in the Florida region. I think that's home court advantage for him. Let me double check though. I'm looking for Tampa, Florida. Looking for Tampa. Can't find Tampa. I can't find Tampa, Peter. Not showing Tampa with 2 or more IKEA stores. Taking one last look down here, way down here at the bottom. No, can't find it. All right. New Jersey is not a city. Salt Lake City for at least 2 IKEA stores. Not on this quiz, not showing it. Not sure when this quiz was made, unless someone knows something. Hong Kong now. Hong Kong has come in. Do we have? Yes, we have 3 IKEAs in Hong Kong. 3 of them. Pasadena, California. That would be Greater Los Angeles. Miami in Florida. Miami. Not showing Miami for 2 or more IKEA stores at this point in time. London. Gregory Allen is thinking London. Yep, they got 5 IKEAs in London. They love IKEA in London. Paris. Fitzroy. Yeah, they got 7, and that's not the most. City's got more than that yet. Copenhagen. Yes, 3 IKEAs in Copenhagen. Charlotte, is that North Carolina? Charlotte does not show 2 or more IKEAs in this quiz. Calgary, no, they only got 1. Maryland is a state. Tokyo in Japan. Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo has 3 IKEAs. They love IKEA in Japan. Raleigh, is that also North Carolina or South Carolina? Raleigh. Looking to see if Raleigh has. No, they don't have 2 or more. Sydney, Australia. All righty, let's head for Sydney in Australia. Sydney, are they on the list? Yes, Sydney, Australia have 2 IKEA stores. Atlanta in Georgia. Let's see here. I'm not showing Atlanta, Georgia with at least 2 or more IKEA store. Big city. They don't have it. Moscow in Russia. They have 3 in Moscow. Yes, they do. Las Vegas, Nevada. Not showing Las Vegas for 2 or more IKEA stores. Okay. Oakland, California. Not showing 2 or more. Miami, we did. Phoenix, Arizona is not showing 2 or more. Who else we got here? San Jose, California. I'm not showing San Jose, but there's a big city in that region that might encompass it. Who else we got here? Jersey City, Chicago. No. Toronto in Canada. Yes, there are 3 in Toronto. Seattle, Washington. Seattle does not have 2 or more IKEA stores. Detroit, Michigan. Looking here, not seeing Detroit, Michigan on the list with 2 or more IKEA stores. Oklahoma City, no can do. Portland, Oregon, nope, not showing it. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, not showing St. Louis either at first glance. San Diego, no, I don't think so. No, not San Diego either. They don't have 2 or more. What do we got here? Dallas, the city of Dallas in Texas. Dallas, Texas does not have 2 or more IKEAs. Sydney, we've done. Stockholm, Sweden. Let's see. Yep, Stockholm has 2 IKEAs. Dublin in Ireland. Dublin, not showing it. Nope. Who else we got? Denver, Colorado, not showing 2 or more. Austin, no. Tokyo, we've got, I think. Have we not done Tokyo already? Yes, we have. Thank you. Mexico City. Mexico City is not showing on the map on the quiz for 2 or more. Alrighty. Moving on to Houston, Texas. No, not Houston. Let's see. Orlando, no. Phoenix, no. Jeddah, I don't think so. No. Philadelphia, PA. Yep, Philadelphia's got 2 IKEAs. The Vatican, Atlanta, Oslo has 2 IKEAs. Beijing in China, not showing 2 or more in Beijing. Tokyo we've done, London we've done, Seoul, South Korea. Seoul in South Korea. Interestingly, cannot find Seoul, South Korea. I'm a bit surprised at that. Budapest in Hungary. Budapest. Yep, they've got 2 IKEAs in Budapest. Knoxville, Tennessee, I don't think so. Warsaw in Poland. Yep, they got 2 there. San Francisco. Yes, San Francisco has 2. Now, that might include San Jose and Oakland. It might not include those areas. But in San Francisco, there are 2. I'm in Clearwater. Tampa has 1 anyway. Okay, Malmo. Malmo in Sweden, Switzerland. Malmo, hang on. Malmo, not showing it as an individual city unto itself. Not finding Malmo. All right, who else? We got Prague in Czechoslovakia. Prague, yeah, they've got 2 IKEAs in Prague. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. No. Jeddah, I don't show. Boston, the city of Boston, I do not show. Honolulu, no. New Orleans, no. Cleveland, Ohio, no. Let's go here. Taiwan, that would be like Taipei, Taiwan, maybe. Yep, they've got 3 in Taipei, Taiwan. How about that? Germany, I need cities. Shanghai in China. Shanghai has 2. There are 2 in Shanghai. Manchester in the United Kingdom, there are 2 there. Yes, Almut, Sweden, that's where the first IKEA opened. Almul, Sweden. Let me take a quick peek here. Not showing that town for 2 or more. Last quick peek. No, not showing it. Amsterdam in Europe. Amsterdam in Europe for at least 2. I'm not showing Amsterdam at all for 2 or more. Athens in Greece. Athens, yes, they have 2 IKEAs in Athens. Cincinnati, I don't think so. No. New York we did. Honolulu we did. Montreal we did. Indianapolis. Nope. Think European cities, folks. Glasgow. Nope. Not showing Glasgow. Let's see here. Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona has 2. Mexico City, we've done. Gothenburg. Yes. Gothenburg has 2. Gothenburg. And that's all I'm showing there. Amsterdam. Here we go. Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam, Utrecht, and Randstad have 6. They're all together as one area. So sorry, whoever gave me Amsterdam. Munich in Germany. Yes, Munich has Munich has 3 IKEAs. Let's see. Malmo, don't see it here. Istanbul in Turkey has 2 IKEA stores. Singapore has 2 IKEAs. Let's see here. Rio de Janeiro, not showing them at all. Paris, we've done. Sao Paulo, Brazil, not showing them here. Let's see here. Wuhan, not showing them. Norfolk, Virginia, no can do. Need European and Asian cities. Kyoto in Japan. Kyoto, not showing Kyoto for 2 or more. Düsseldorf in Deutschland. All right, we've got Cologne, Düsseldorf, Dortmund, Essen, and the Ruhr area. 8 IKEAs. The number 1 location in the world for IKEAs would be all those cities that are merging together as one giant town. Let's see. Moving on. Lisbon, Portugal. We got 2 there. Fantastic. We're getting them off here pretty quick here now. Who's left? Rome. Yep, there are 2 in Rome. Any more European cities you can give me? We've probably got a winner. Let's see here. Berlin, we've done. Edinburgh in Scotland. Edinburgh, not showing it. Anchorage, Kuwait City. For 2 or more? No. St. Petersburg, Russia. Yes, they have 2 there. Osaka. Yes, there are 2 there. Santiago, Chile, not showing. Baghdad, Shanghai, no. Lyon, France, nope. Let's see here. Indianapolis. I'm looking for cities in Germany, still several. I'm looking for like 4 more cities in Germany. I'm looking for a city in Italy. Looking for a city in Belgium. Finland, I'm looking for a city. In France, Israel, Austria, one in the United States, only one city with at least 5 million people on the east side of the country in the U.S. Let's go here. Lyon, France, not showing Lyon. Moscow, we've done. Birmingham, UK, we've tried already, or it doesn't count, doesn't work. Dusseldorf, yeah. Dusseldorf, yeah or no? No, not there. Sorry. Dusseldorf. No, Dusseldorf doesn't rank. They were already in the number 1 slot with eight locations. Milano in Italy. Milan, nope, not showing. Yeah, it is 3. There's 3 in Milan. Thank you. We got Milan now. Leeds, Tel Aviv. Yes, Tel Aviv in Israel, 2. Antwerp, Belgium. Brussels. It's Brussels with 2. Not Antwerp. Bonn, Vienna, Austria with 2. Stuttgart, Deutschland with 2. Thank you. I need more German cities. Wild guesses, says Allison. Florence, Hamburg. Yes, Hamburg in Germany. 2 more there. Washington, D.C. Correct. That's the U.S. city I'm looking for. There's 2 in Washington. There's 1 in Switzerland I'm looking for as well. Frankfurt in Germany. Frankfurt has 3. Thank you. Verona, Cologne. We've got Cologne already as the number 1 city with Dusseldorf. Let's go. Hamburg, Dresden, Dresden, Leipzig, 4 there. Hanover, Germany with 3. Dresden, Hamburg, Frankfurt. We also have Bremen and Odenburg with 2, leaving us with a city in Finland, a city in France, and a city in Switzerland. We've got Marseille coming in here. Yep, 2 in Marseille. We've got Stuttgart. I've done it already. Dusseldorf, done it. Geneva, Zurich's the one I needed. 2 in Zurich, leaving us 1 in Finland. 1 city in Finland starts with the letter H. A city in Germany with the letter M, which is not Munich, and another city in Germany, the letter N, where they had the famous World War II trials after the Second World War for war crimes. They were called the so-and-so trials. What was that city called? Helsinki just came in for Finland. Thank you. That leaves that one gone. Helsinki came in like crazy now. I'm looking now for a city in Germany with the letter M and the letter N. And the letter M and N, Spreitenbach, no. Nuremberg, it's where the World War II trials were held. There are 2 IKEAs in Nuremberg and Würzburg. And then Mannheim, Germany. Mannheim has 2 IKEAs. And that is the end of that quiz. You guys have done so well with those cities. Really knocked them off. Beautiful job. Let me just get this cleared up and let me move on to the next quiz. Yes, the next quiz coming up, kids. Let me type it in here and see how we're doing. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, for being with me today. I really appreciate it. Great to have you here. Let me get rid of that one right there. I'm going to type in the next quiz. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There it is. And I just did all that work for nothing because I didn't hit the right button. Oh my, I try. Let's see. It's working. I'm looking at it now, making sure that it's in there. Here we go. Here we go. We'll hit that button right there. I think we can pop it up right now. Here's the next question, folks. Artists or bands selling the most albums all time? Sorry about not putting a space in there between the and most. What artists or bands have sold the most albums all time in the history of recorded music. Okay, here we go. Get my big ass iPad ready, the pencils ready, the markers ready, and we are now looking for answers. I have 103 thumbs ups. Thank you guys. Keep throwing those thumbs ups up there. Get this channel fired up. Let's find out. You don't know how to spell Nuremberg. Probably don't. Alrighty, here come the answers already. The Beatles. Beatles are the number one selling artist of all time. 178 million albums estimated. To get on this list, you need 34 million album sales. Beatles are number one at 178 million. There are 50 correct answers. Here we go. The Rolling Stones, Steamer. The Rolling Stones are tied for 13 with 66.5 million. Elvis Presley, number 3 all-time, 134,500,000 albums. AC/DC, the boys from AC/DC, they're number 11, 72 million sales. Beach Boys, the Beach Boys for album sales. Let me take a look here for the Beach Boys for album sales. See if they rank in the top 50 all time. I know they had single hits like you wouldn't believe. But what about album sales? The Beach Boys, not showing them in the top 50. Can you believe that? Queen, Noah is thinking Queen is in the list here for the top 50 all time. They are number 48. Queen, 34.5 million. They're 48th all time. Michael Jackson, number 7 all time, 76 million sales. Let's see. Madonna for album sales, number 15, 64.5 million sold. That's Barbra Streisand. Barbara, number 10 all time, 72.5 million sales for Barbra Streisand. Let's see here. Who else have we got? Look for answers I haven't seen yet. Julio Iglesias for album sales all time. I'm looking for Julio. See if I can find him anywhere. I've just done the top 40. Can't find him in there. He is not in the top 50 all time. Sorry, Julio. Beyonce for album sales all time. Beyonce. I'm looking here for Beyonce. Where's Beyonce? Is Beyonce anywhere to be found? Can't find Beyonce. I was kind of surprised. I didn't see her in the top 20. I don't see Beyonce here. I'll keep looking though in case I've skipped it, but I don't see Beyonce. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a newbie, kind of a newbie in the record business, a newbie. How's Taylor Swift doing? Is she moving up the ranks yet to be in the top 50 all time? Taylor Swift. Haven't found her yet. I don't see Taylor Swift in the top 50 all time yet. Who else we got? Genesis. The group Genesis. Genesis. Let's take a look for Genesis. Tell me your favorites, kids. The favorites all time. What's in your record album collection? I don't have Genesis here. Adele. Is Adele in the house? Adele is a newbie too, you know. Just kind of a Johnny come lately here with all these other artists, established artists. Adele. I don't see Adele. I don't yet see Adele in the top 50 yet. Who else we got here? Mariah Carey. Number 17 all time, 63.5 million. Journey. The group Journey. Yep, number 28 at 47 million. Kenny Rogers. That's a good answer. He just passed away at 84. And he was always so surprised in some of these top selling hits and all of that. Kenny Rogers, number 22 all time, 51 million albums. Wow. 51 million. Yes. Garth Brooks, Carol. Yes. Garth Brooks, number 2 all time, 135 million album sales. Garth Brooks behind the Beatles, second place. Marvin Gaye. Did he hit the top 50? Has he been able to hold it? Get there and hold it. The top 50. Marvin Gaye. Nope, I don't have him in the top 50. Prince, Annie is wondering about Prince being in the top 50. A serious selling artist for sure. Prince, let's see here. Prince, let's take a look for Prince. I'm looking. Prince, baby, where are you? There you are. 39,500,000, 37th place for Prince. Eagles, Debbie Manuel. Eagles, number 5 at 101 million LP sales. Celine Dion. Celine Dion, number 23 at 50 million albums sold. The Bee Gees. Susan Hurd is thinking about the Bee Gees for all-time album sales. Dem der Bee Gees. I'm looking for the B of the G's. Can't find him in the top 50, believe it or not. David Bowie. David Bowie for album sales. David Bowie. David Bowie. Looking down the list I go. Cannot find David Bowie in the top 50. Unbelievable. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. All those sales. Who else we got here? ABBA. Just got ABBA popping up here. The ABBA group. ABBA. Are they here? Are they anywhere here in the top 50? Where would ABBA be if they're anywhere? I don't see ABBA in the top 50. That's incredible. Their singles, top selling certainly, but not the album. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses. Do you love the Guns N' Roses? Yeah, number 30, 44.5 million, outselling ABBA. I mean, really? Wow, that's amazing. Aerosmith, number 13, 66,500,000. America, the group America for album sales. America, the group America for album sales all time. Not finding them in the top 50. The Biscuit Boys, they're in the top 10 in our hearts. We know that. Frank Sinatra, the artist, Frank Sinatra. Old Blue Eyes, the chairman of the board, the leader of the Rat Pack, Mr. Sinatra, Francis Albert. I don't show him in the top 50. Unbelievable. The Doors for a top 50 album sale group. I don't think they're going to make the top 50. I think they had 4 or 5 albums, 7 or 8 maybe, a couple of greatest hits. I don't think the Doors are here. I'm not showing the Doors in the top 50. Pink Floyd. Nina has Pink Floyd. Yes. Number 8 all-time Nina, 75 million album sales for Pink Floyd. Foreigner. The group Foreigner. Looking for the group Foreigner for album sales. The group Foreigner. Yep, number 41, 37.5 million. Fleetwood Mac. The group Fleetwood Mac. Album sales all time. Number 24, 49.5 million sales. Beyonce tried already. Santana, been around since Woodstock, 1969. They've been around. Excuse me. Santana, 31st place, 43.5 million albums. Yeah. Who else? Led Zeppelin, number 4 all time, 111,500,000. Number 4. Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead for album sales. The Grateful Dead. Not in the top 50. Unbelievable. The Beach Boys, Phil Collins, no. The Eagles, we did Diana Ross and the Supremes, or Diana Ross, or the Supremes and Diana Ross. Either or, one, both, anyone. Were they here? I don't think so. Not in the top 50. Barbra Streisand, we did Michael Jackson. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is number 19 at 57 million albums sold. Bob Marley. Album sales. Not in the top 50. I don't see Bob Marley here. Who else? George Strait, number 12 all time, 69 million sales. Garth Brooks, we have Stevie Wonder. He's put out a few albums over his years. He's had a couple of sales. Stevie Wonder, is he in the top 50? Not showing Stevie Wonder in the top 50. Unbelievable. Elton John, number 9 all time, 73,500,000. Dolly Parton for album sales. Dolly Parton for album sales, not showing her in the top 50. Neil Diamond, another classic, legendary artist. Neil Diamond, number 25 all time, 48.5 million sales. The Who, the supergroup, The Who. They were in Woodstock, have been around a long time. Stopped a long time ago, though. The Who are not in the top 50 all time. J-Lo. Is J-Lo in the top 50 for album sales? J-Lo. I'm looking, babies. I'm looking. Don't have J-Lo here. No. Johnny Cash. I didn't see him popping up yet. Johnny Cash. A lot of albums for Johnny Cash. But nope, I don't have Johnny Cash in the top 50. Reba McEntire. Did she do it? Yes, number 36 all time, 41 million sales. John Denver, hugely popular in his time, but he died young-ish. John Denver-ish is not here, not in the top 50. Bruce Springsteen, the boss. Yeah, number 16 all time, 64,500,000 album sales for The Boss. Simon and Garfunkel. Not showing either of them here. Oh, yes, I am. 39th place, 38,500,000 for Simon and Garfunkel. Fantastic. If anyone had tasted it, should be Bob Dylan, but I doubt it. John Keller. Surprise. Bob Dylan is in the 44th place, 37 million albums for Bobby Dylan. Just saw a show on him on Netflix yesterday. I loved it. Britney Spears, number 50, 34 million sales. Britney, she's in the top 50. The Beachcombers. Smokey Robinson, either on his own or with the Miracles. I don't see Smokey Robinson in the top 50. I do not. Who else we got? Justin Bieber. Now, there's somebody that should be there. Don't you think Justin Bieber would have album sales in the top 50 all time? Justin the Biebs. Don't show Justin Bieber in the top 50. Can't believe it, but he's not there. Jimmy Buffett, no. Barry White, no. Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys, number 44, 37 million sales. Neil Young. Don't show Neil Young on his own, or I don't even show Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young either. The Seekers, nope. Barbra Streisand, we got Justin Timberlake. Mr. Timberlake. You would think Justin would be in the top batch, but he is not in the top 50. Unbelievable. Quincy Jones, I'm not showing, but he produced a lot of albums that are from artists that are in the top 50. Springsteen, REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon for top 50. I'm not showing REO Speedwagon. No. Billy Eilish, I'm not sure that is. Meatloaf, no. Rush, Backstreet, Dolly Parton, Styx, The Police, another one. Boy George, Billy Ocean, In Sync, Maroon 5, Willie Nelson. Let me take a look. Willie Nelson's 46, but the others are not here. They're not in the top 50. When I read these off, you'll know why. There's some serious artists you guys haven't listed yet. Bon Jovi just came in the house. Bon Jovi, looking to see, number 48, 34,500,000. Tina Turner, Barry Manilow, TWB Family, The Heaven Stewart, Luther Vandross, Chicago, number 38 at 38.5 million. We did Michael Jackson already. The Grateful Dead, I know we did those guys. Tina Turner, Billy Joel, that is number 6. That's 81.5 million of album sales for Billy Joel. You've done the top 10 now. You've done the number all the way up to number 17. You've got in a row. Got them done. Let's see here. Elton John. Yes. Johnny Mathis. The Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys. Are they here at all? I don't see the Beastie Boys. Tupac. Yeah, Tupac is here. 41,500,000 sales. 35th place for Tupac. Ariana Grande. Allman Brothers. Ariana Grande. I don't think so. And Allman Brothers are not showing either. Let's see here. Rumors. The Temptation, Steely Dan. Good evening, Bruce. How you doing? Peter Frampton, Santana, Led Zeppelin, the Jones Brothers, Smokey Robinson, Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is number 40 at 38 million. Jethro Tull, Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, Heart, Eminem, number 41 at 37.5 million. Vienna, the Jonas Brothers, Ramones, Black Sabbath. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I'm looking at them. I'm trying to memorize the last of the names here, and then I'm looking at all the names coming in. T-Rex, Donna Summer, Snoop Dogg, Prince, Kenny G. Kenny G. Yep, number 26 for Kenny G. 48 million album sales for Kenny G. Blondie. Yes, hi, Bruce, deeply friendly. Kirk from New York City's in the house. Kirk, how you doing? Spice Girls, The Who, U2, Eileen, you got it, U2. 21st place, 51.5 million album sales. Sammy Davis Jr., Tony Bennett, Billy Joel, Aerosmith, we've done already, 13th place. Cher, we did The Boss, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, No Can Do. Eric Clapton, Billy Joel, Zurich, Virginia. We're getting the guesses from the old one and the new one. Backstreet Boys, Dean Martin, Ray Charles, great acts. Metallica is number 18 all time, 62 million sales. Moody Blues, Jim Reeves, Shania Twain, 26th all time, 48 million album sales for Shania. Lionel Richie, John Lennon, Custard, Ozzy, Hall & Oates, Lady Gaga, Hall & Oates, America, Eminem. We've got Eminem already. Leonard, refresh. Leonard, you got to refresh. Let's go. Led Zeppelin, Bernie, Minimal. Bruce is a Justin Bieber of cruise YouTubers. Leonard Skinner. What was the name of the group that had the singer? The song they had was Jump. What group was that? They had Jump and California Girls. What's the name of that super group? Another group I'm looking for is named after a southern U.S. state. What's the name of that group? Country singer, tall guy, lanky, always wore the hat, had the guitar always up here. What was his name? Let's see here. Someone said Eric Clapton, didn't they? We've got Eric Clapton, 34th all time, 42.5 million. Let's see here. The group that had a drummer that was in an auto accident and he lost an arm, but he kept playing the drums for the group. What was the name of that group? Kind of the 90s. What do we got here? Billy Idol, Dean Martin, Pink Floyd, Bee Gees. Anyone saying the Beatles? Yeah, they said the Beatles. Yes, Shania Twain, Eminem, Eric Clapton, Whitney Houston, Dire Straits. No, not here. Weird Al Yankovic, Eric Clapton, Lady Gaga, Hall & Oates, Streisand, Phil Collins, done all these, tried all these. David Matthews, no. Styx, the group Styx, not in the top 50. No. ELO, Lee Greenwood, nope. Def Leppard, yeah, Def Leppard, one-armed drummer, 35 million album sales, 46th all time. Kenny G, we got. Metallica, we got. Chicago, we got. Looking for a state in the southern U.S. for the name of a group. The four tops: Elvis, Celine Dion, all Olivia Newton-John, not in the top 50. Bing Crosby, not top 50. Donna Manitou, U2, we got it. Van Halen, correct. Van Halen, number 20 all time, 56.5 million album sales. That gets us now all the way down to number 29, which is the name of the group from the southern U.S. named after a state. What? Larry, Alabama. Yeah, Alabama. Number 29 all time, 46 million album sales for Alabama. Number 31 is a country singer, tall, lanky guy. Trying to remember a hit. I really am. He would drive his tractor. The babes found him sexy if he was driving his tractor. Who am I talking about? He always had humorous kinds of videos. Love the guy. Randy Travis just came in. Have we got Randy Travis anywhere? No, I don't have Randy Travis. Let's go here. Tim McGraw. Yeah, Tim McGraw. 41st all-time, 37.5 million albums sold. Still looking for number 31 and 30. Two of them both tied at number 31. One is a country singer. One is a rock and roller. George Jones. No, not George Jones. Kenny G, Randy, Travis, Def Leppard, Pointer Sisters. Alan Jackson. Eileen, you got it. It's Alan Jackson, 43.5 million, the country singer, tall, lanky with the little mustache and the hat, always the hat. I'm looking now for one last artist. This artist would have come from, boy, I want to say he's from Detroit, but I could be dead wrong, so sorry. But his name is the top of the billing, and then the name of his band is underneath that. So it's so-and-so and the blank blank band. Who is this guy that I'm thinking about? No one has got him. Kenny Chesney. Everyone tried Kenny. Blake Shelton. Tom Jones. No, Bob. No. His first name is Bob. And he was in the Silver Blank Band. Who's this guy? You guys know who this is. You know who this is. 43.5 million albums sold, tied for 31st place all time is this artist. Who is this artist that I'm looking for? Waiting for results to come in. Bob Seger, Silver Bullet. Yeah, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, 43.5 million albums sold. That does this quiz. Guys, you are so good. Is this worldwide or U.S. only? I think it's worldwide, but I can't be sure. But I think it's worldwide. Anyway, here are the it's worldwide. Just saw that. Here are the results. All-time groups or artists for album sales. Number 1, the Beatles. Then Garth Brooks, Elvis Presley, Led Zeppelin, Eagles, Billy Joel, Michael Jackson, Pink Floyd, Elton John, Barbra Streisand. From 11 to 20, AC/DC, George Strait, The Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, Madonna, Bruce Springsteen, Mariah Carey, Metallica, Whitney Houston, and Van Halen. From 21 to 30, U2, Kenny Rogers, Celine Dion, Fleetwood Mac, Neil Diamond, Shania Twain, Kenny G, Journey, Alabama, Guns N' Roses. 30 to 40, Alan Jackson, Santana, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Eric Clapton, Tupac, Reba McEntire, Prince, Chicago, Simon and Garfunkel, Rod Stewart. And from 41 to 50, that would be Eminem, Foreigner, Tim McGraw, Bob Dylan, Backstreet Boys, Def Leppard, Willie Nelson, Queen, Bon Jovi, Britney Spears. Those are your top artists all time for album sales worldwide. Okay, we're going to put in one more. This is the second last quiz coming up, you guys. I got to hide this one. Going to delete this banner, put up a new banner, and we're going to see if I can type it right the first time. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. There it is. We are popping it up. Tell me the name of the NBA players with the most wins in their careers. So if you're thinking of a player, he's with this team, they won tonight. That's a win. All-time wins for NBA players. For the top 51 I'm looking for right now. See how well you do on this quiz. Top wins for NBA players all times. As I set up my big ass iPad marker, got it ready. I'm ready to roll. And Larry Goering is thinking, Larry's thinking MJ, Michael Jordan. So is David. They're thinking Michael Jordan. Yeah, well, Michael Jordan, he was on a winning team called the Bulls and a few other teams. But he had 706 wins in his career. Of course, he took a few years off to play baseball. He's not even in the top half of the 51. He's more like in the 30th range, 35th most wins all time. But he's a winner. Magic Johnson, Donna, Magic Johnson. Let me take a look here. Magic Johnson. Looking for Magic Johnson. Excuse me. For whatever reason, I'm not finding Magic Johnson in the top 50, which I'm finding quite unbelievable, but I'm not finding Magic Johnson in the top 50 all-time winners. He won some championships, though, didn't he? Lou Alcindor, that would be a gentleman named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He would be the number one winner of all time, the number one player to win more basketball games on all of the teams he played for. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor, 1,074 wins. Biggest winner all time. LeBron James, Brittany is thinking. LeBron is moving up the list. LeBron is at 789. He's in the top 20 or so now. Michael Jordan, we got Kobe Bryant just came in here. Kobe, 836 wins, top 10. Larry Bird has been guessed. Mr. Larry Bird, I'm looking to see if he's in the top 50. I don't find him here. He's not up here, believe it or not. Shaquille O'Neal, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. He has 819 wins, top 15 all time. Dave DeBuscher. Dave DeBuscher. I'm looking for Dave DeBuscher, and I'm not finding Dave at the moment. I will keep an eye open for his name. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt the Stilt. Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain. Not finding Wilt Chamberlain on the list either, surprisingly. Who else we got here? Karl Malone, the mailman. Yeah, Karl Malone, 952 wins. He's a top 5 guy. Let's go. Who else is here? Bill Russell. Looking for Bill Russell. All-time wins. Did Bill Russell make it? Did not make the all-time. Wes Unseld or something like that. Wes Unseld. Not sure what the name you're looking for. I'm looking for the first name, Wes. I can't find it, so I don't know who that is. Shaquille, we did Phil West. Phil West is the name. Phil West. I'm not showing Phil popping up here either. Who were Michael Jordan's teammates? Tell me those guys. There's a hint for you for some of those guys. Charles Barkley. Looking for Charles Barkley. Wins. Charles Barkley. Nope, not in the top 50. John Havlicek. You might be wondering why these guys aren't showing up, some of these old timers. And it could well be that they didn't play as many games way back when. They may have only had a 60-game schedule. Now they have 80-game schedules. That might be part of it. Let's see here. Julius Erving. Let's see. Dr. J. Can't find him. Scottie Pippen. There's a name. Yep. 810 wins. Top 20 guy. Dennis Rodman. I was looking for his name earlier today, and for whatever reason, I didn't see it pop up, but I thought between the wins he had in Detroit and the wins he had in Chicago that Dennis would pop, but he's not popping all time. Let's see here. Parrish. Robert Parrish, number 2 all time, 1,014 wins. Paul Pierce. Looking for Paul Pierce. Can't find him. Got him. Paul Pierce, 758. He had 52 more than Michael Jordan. Jerry West. Looking for all-time winners. Can't find Jerry West. Moses Malone. We got Tim Duncan, number 3 all-time, 1,001 wins all-time. Number 3. John Stockton, number 4 all-time, 953 wins all-time. Patrick Ewing. All-time win totals. Is he in the top 50? Yes. He has 678 all-time. Walt Frazier. For all-time wins. Not showing Walt Frazier. Any others? K.C. Jones. Not showing K.C. Jones. Nope. Jason Kidd. Kidd. Jason Kidd. Yeah. 812 wins. Barkley. Can't find him. Akeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon. Yep, Hakeem Olajuwon, 732 wins. Tell me the greatest assist leader of all time. The guy who would dish the ball off to somebody else, played for 20 plus years. Who's that guy? Any more hints I can give you? Let's see. His initials are AC. What was his last name? Reggie was his first name. What's his last name? Vince. What's his last name? John Havlicek. I've just found John Havlicek. 766 wins. Who else? Horace somebody. What's his last name? Moses Malone. I just found a 726. We'll take that. Danny somebody. He was on the Dream Team, I think. Let's go here. Detlef somebody. He was on Parks and Rec. Detlef. What was his last name? Rashid. What was his last name? And let's see here. Kevin somebody. You remember his last name? Played for the Celtics. Here we go with some guesses. Tim Duncan, Cowlings, Bob Cousy, Jason Kidd, Horace Grant, and Stockton. Horace Grant definitely is one of the names I was looking for. 758 wins. Thank you. Stockton. Someone just came in with the last name Stockton. Looking, can't find him. Danny Ainge. Yeah. Danny Ainge, 719 wins. I think he played baseball as well as basketball, if I'm not mistaken. Steve Nash, all-time assist leader. Yes. Steve Nash. He won 764 games, top 25 guy. Detlef Schrempf. Yeah. Detlef Schrempf. He was on Parks and Rec. 701 wins. Wallace. Somebody has a last name for Wallace. Rasheed Wallace. 799 wins. That's right. Durant. Someone just came in here with Durant. Last name Durant. I can't find that name all of a sudden, but I know that was a good one. And McHale. Dennis McHale, I believe it was. Isn't that right? Or Dennis, somebody McHale. Let me find McHale. Yeah, Kevin McHale, sorry. 764 wins. And Carter, Vince Carter, correct. Vince Carter won 766 games, top 25 guy all time, ahead of Michael Jordan, ahead of so many others. Anyway, there you go. Let me just read off the last of them. We have Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker, Derek Fisher, Clifford Robinson, Kevin Garnett, Sam Perkins, Gary Payton, A.C. Green, Paul Silas, Jason Terry, Reggie Miller, Terry Porter, Manu Ginobili, Kevin Willis, Ray Allen, Robert Horry, Dennis Johnson, Charles Oakley, Vlad Divac, Buck Williams, Jerome Kersey, Mark Jackson, Byron Scott, Sean Marion, Kyle Korver, Maurice Cheeks, Pau Gasol, and David Robinson. Those are the remaining guys of the top all-time winning players in NBA history. Surprising how many of certain names aren't there. Quite amazing. Leaves us with one more trivia quiz. We still have 103 of you hanging around. It's incredible. The loyalty you show, it's unbelievable. I'm going to create a new banner. Here we go. I'm looking for, okay, here we go. Let me type this in. Here we go. Have I got that wrong? Yeah, I got it right. It's good. Hit that button and show this quiz. All right, guys, the question for the last one. Tell me the names of the songs in the movie Grease. What are the names of the songs in the movie Grease, kids? Can you do it? I'm curious to see if you'll know the names to the songs to the movie Grease. Everyone should get at least one of these. I would think so. Cheers to all of you. Thank you for joining me today on TWB. Love the fact that you're here with me today. It's been great. Hope you enjoyed the show. Waiting for the songs, any of the songs in the movie Grease. Summer Nights, JRS. Yep, Summer Nights sang by Danny, Sandy, Pink Ladies, and the T-Birds. They all sang that song. Greased Lightning, Bob says. Greased Lightning. Yes, I believe so. That was sung by Danny and the T-Birds. Right on. Sandra D, the song called Sandra D. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. That's sung by Sandy. Absolutely right. Beauty School Dropout. Susan Hurd, you got it. Beauty School Dropout, sang by Frankie Avalon. You're the One That I Want. You're the One That I Want was sung by Danny and Sandy, correct? Summer Days or Summer Nights. I think it was Summer Nights. We've got it. Grease, the song Grease. Well, everyone should have got that. Of course, it was sung by Frankie Valli. Very good. You're the One I Want. We all love your show. Thank you, Emily. Beauty School Dropout. Slick Lightning. That was Grease Lightning, I think. Hopelessly Devoted to You. Yes, Hopelessly Devoted to You. Sandy sang that one. The One That I Love. Beauty School Dropout. We've got it. Blue Moon. No song in that movie called Blue Moon. Sandy, correct. The song Sandy, done by Danny. We Go Together. We Go Together by the Cast. That is correct. We Go Together. Hopelessly Devoted. There are 3 left. Look at Me, I'm Sandra D. Kind of similar title. That was sung by Rizzo and the Pink Ladies. There are 2 left there to go. Alone at the Drive-In, We Go Together. Nope. One sung by Marty and one sung by Rizzo. The last 2 songs I need. We'll see if I can help you. Blank My Love is the name of the second last song I'm looking for. Blank My Love. And the last song I'm looking for is There Are Worse Things, blank, blank, blank. What are the names of these last 2 songs? Look at Me, no. Blank My Love. And There Are Worse Things, blank, blank, blank. Anyone have any clue on those? Getting the last of the Grease songs. Thank you for being here today, joining me today, tolerating this long live show. Hope you enjoyed this surprise live show. Thank you for thumbs ups today. If anyone can spare any, please let me know. Throw them up there. Get them up there now before you say goodbyes. Thank you. I'll be on again on Monday, 7 o'clock with sponsor members, 8 o'clock with everybody. So join me at 7 or 8, depending on what you want to do. I'd love to have you there. Freddie, My Love. Yeah, Freddie, My Love by Marty. Correct. And There Are Worse Things I Could Do. There Are Worse Things I Could Do by Rizzo is the last song. You guys got it. Those are the songs from the movie Grease. Thank you all, everyone, for being here today and joining me for my live trivia show. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you with me today. Nice to have you. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Keep your eye on my channel for a video at any time. Make sure to hit the notification bell in case I do a video at any time. That way you get an alert from YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for tolerating my show today. Hope you had a good time. I loved bringing it to you. And again, I look forward to seeing you in the next go around on Monday. And of course, I'll do a video. There may be videos in the meantime. 119 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Or 118, 119. Thank you for the thumbs ups for this show. Any that you can spare, I would appreciate it. Helps the channel with its analytics for sure. Wonderful, guys. Thank you again for your support. It's been wonderful. Take care. Stay warm. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll catch you next time. Emily, you take care. Carol, JRS, Debbie Manuel, Susan Hurd, Bob, everyone that was in the show today, all my viewers from New York, Chicago, around the world. Love that you're here. Okay, guys. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. You got it, Bill. Take her easy. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. Bye for now.